Hello and welcome to the Machinist News Network. I'm Deirdre Kiniewski. According to the folks at the Center for American Progress, the economy has been great for those at the top, but stagnant for those in the middle or lower income classes. That's a large part of the population and why so many people are standing up and demanding change.
Wage growth is low, job growth is weak, benefits are disappearing, family debt is on the rise, the housing market is cooling, personal savings rates are negative, poverty rates are increasing, and government finances are on the decline. All of this is well documented.
Wage growth has been essentially flat. Employment growth has been the lowest since the Great Depression. The cost for large ticket items, and I don't mean SUVs or plasma screen TVs, I mean housing, healthcare, energy, the things that really matter to families have gone through the roof.
Overall, the news isn't good for working families. Right now, most households are amassing record amounts of debt just to get by. Economists say they have never seen a culture like this one before.
People across the board are working longer and harder to achieve the same results they had a few decades ago, and many are finding it increasingly difficult to get ahead, given rising costs and everything from healthcare and education to housing, energy, and transportation.
Statistics show most households accumulate debt by spending more than what they have in their disposable income fund, about 30% more on average. Americans are using their extra money just to squeak by, in what some refer to as a race to the bottom.
Low-income families have virtually no shot at moving into middle class, and the middle class has a much larger chance of losing it all, losing their home, losing health insurance, losing jobs, and having a harder time getting back into the labor market at any point in the last 20 years.
So why is this happening in the wealthiest country in the world?
Bad wages, not enough good jobs. They are the flip sides of the same coins. And how long has it been going on? Not the last 5 years since the year 2001. It's been going on since the 1970s. The late 1990s were the exception.
But things may start to change. There's new leadership in Congress. More and more American families are feeling the sting and shouting for change. Multinational companies are beginning to realize they don't get a free pass. And organized labor continues the work it's always done.
Getting labor market policies right, raising the minimum wage, easier access to unions with some progressive taxation is probably the best step forward.
I totally agree with unionization, partly because it's not only about changing the policy from the top, but it gives more power and sense of control to the individual worker at the base, which is really a wonderful thing. It encourages people to get more involved in the democratic process.
Both panelists know that's easy to say and tough to do, even though recent statistics show more than 50% of Americans want to join a union.
The problem is, when it comes to helping the middle class, the most effective tool we have is greater unionization, as you pointed out and others. That is a long-term proposition, and maybe middle-class families who are about to lose their home because of a medical emergency can't wait for a union to come around and help them out.
But a few bills moving through Capitol Hill, like the Employee Free Choice Act and changes to Fast Track, may help. But Weller offers another suggestion. He believes the unions should brag a little.
If you want to know actually a good example of what unions can do, look at the airline bankruptcies. Most of them happened at unionized companies, and unions were able to protect a lot of the benefits. And U.S. Airways is probably the best example. Most people don't know that U.S. Airways ramp workers actually came out of a bankruptcy with a defined benefit pension that they didn't have before the bankruptcy.
Those on the panel say investing in the future may be a step in the right direction. Spending money on new technology and energy efficiencies could be a way to create more high-wage American manufacturing jobs. For more Machinist News, you can log on to goim.org. Thanks for watching.